All right, we will be removing the screws off of a hinge a spring hinge. It's a spring hinge because the temples can move back and forth like a spring door, like this. So like if you pull the temples back, it ricochets. All right, so we will be removing the screw that's currently in these frames, which would be these two screws right here, and we will be replacing it with a self-aligning screw. A self-aligning screw is a little bit different from a regular screw. The bottom of the screw is pointy compared to a regular screw that I have in this finger, and you can see the difference. It's a little bit slim. All right. This is a regular screw and this is a self-aligning screw. So the self-aligning screw is a little bit slimmer versus a regular screw. So this is the screw that we'll be using to replace in our spring hinge. Okay. All right, so it's similar to replacing a regular screw. We want to always protect the lens so that we don't scratch it. So we're gonna place one of our fingers in between so that we can use it as a bridge and also give us some support. We're going to rotate left. To take the screw out, we'll be using our flathead screwdriver to do so. And we're gonna just rotate to our left. Alright, we're almost there. Just a little bit more to the left. Alright, let's see if we can wiggle the screw out, and we're able to wiggle the screw out. Alright. So we're gonna put this back in, and we're going to take one of our self-aligning screws, which is the screw that has the pointy bottom. We're gonna put it in, and we're gonna take our flathead screwdriver and we're going to rotate to the right in order to tighten it. Okay, now that that is in, you're gonna have a little bit of excess. We'll be using our cutter to cut that off. But first, let me just do the other side and replace that screw. We're gonna use our finger as a bridge so that we can protect the lens. Rotate to the left. Just a little bit more, we're almost there. And let's see if we can wiggle out the screw, and we're able to take it out. This is our temple. We're putting it back in to the end piece, and we're gonna take our other self-aligning screw, which has the pointy bottom. We're gonna stick it in, and these screws are a little easier to deal with because of the pointy bottom. The screw just goes right in. Right. This one seems a little too small, so we might have to find one that's just a little thicker. Okay, so that previous screw was a little too small. That one seemed like a 1.2, so you have to grab a 1.4 in order for it to fit in that, not just slide right through without screwing it. So This one is a little, it fits just right for this hole. So we're gonna take our flathead screwdriver, use our finger to support us, and we're gonna move to the right. Protect the frame, and we're gonna move to the right. Okay, now that we got it all the way to the right, all right, you can see that the temples do move back and forth. But what we're going to do now is we're going to use our cutter to cut off the excess part of the screw on the bottom. So we're just going to take the screw and move it back and forth. All right, or you can use a needle nose plier to pop it right back off. So you just take the plier, either one of them would work, and then just go back and forth. And you're gonna do the same thing to the other side. And see, and it breaks off the excess. We're gonna do that to this side. All right, so we're just gonna do the same thing to the other side so we can take the excess. And now that we have the excess off, we have put our self-aligning screw in our spring hinge, and this is how you would remove and replace it with a self-aligning screw.